Yes, hello and welcome to Sydney Accor Stadium, the spiritual home of Australian rugby, as we take a look at Game 2 of the Bledisloe between the Wallabies and the All Blacks. Obviously coming off that Game 1 victory in Auckland, the All Blacks will be looking to solidify the series, and joining me in the commentary box, a man by the name of Cody. And Cody, what are we looking forward to today?
Oh, we're looking forward to a great match of rugby. Hopefully it pans out very well for the All Blacks, better than it did last game. And yeah, let's watch how it goes.
Yep, as we're underway here, and a big tackle to start us off, and the Wallabies trying to keep the pressure on the All Blacks early. The All Blacks will be looking to try and hold the ball this week, as the Wallabies were very quick in the ruck last week, and a big break there on the sideline, but taken out of play, and that is a big tackle there by the men in gold as we take a look at the replay. And the All Blacks trying to get something going here on the side, trying to utilise their speed, but a big tackle there will send the ball flying loose over the sidelines as the Wallabies about to pack the scrum here just outside of the 22. And some big names in this Wallabies lineup. Obviously, Cody Ogg scoring a double last week, Billy King, Liam Rogers as well. Some big-time players here as the Wallabies with the offload. They try and break on the flank there, but it's taken out of bounds. This time, the All Blacks with the defensive pressure. So a line out here inside the 22 to the All Blacks. They'll be looking to try and get the ball outside of their own end of the field. And the territory game will be a big part of getting a victory here today if the All Blacks look to level the series. Big tackle there as they rush numbers in the ruck. The All Blacks go back inside. They shift it out wide to their wings here. Back inside again, and another huge tackle there. Wallabies putting the pressure on the men in black here as they try and get the ball out of the ruck. They're not kicking it, opting for the running game instead. They want to play physically here. But they're going to have to watch out for the Wallabies counter in the ruck here as they make a break from dummy. And Cody, obviously the All Blacks here, they're trying to make up for last week. How do you think they're looking so far?
They're looking a lot better. They're just getting over the ball. They're making sure they keep recycling that ball and have really large hit-ups. So yeah, they're going well.
Yep, and All Blacks still yet to kick the ball out from this possession. They've got Sonny Tyre playing at Sonny Junior playing at fly half today. And on the other side, Lightning McQueen, I think, is the opposite 10 for the Wallabies. But the All Blacks just struggling to get out of their own 22 here as they try and offload the ball and take it back through the middle. But it's a turnover there. Turnover by the Wallabies. And they'll be looking to try and make that pressure count here as they take the ball just outside the 22. But it's another turnover. And the All Blacks get the ball back here. So maybe a lifeline there. And the ref will call penalty, in fact. So we'll take this one back here. Wallabies most likely looking to take the 3 points to get first points on the board here in Sydney. And they will do just that, taking the conversion duties here today. Wallabies number 10. Straight through the middle, and how about that to get you going? First points on the board to the men in gold, 3-0 here from Accor Stadium in Sydney. And Cody, you don't want to give away those easy penalties there, especially if you're the All Black.
100%. You always want to keep pressure. You don't want to give anybody any room to strike, and the All Blacks have done that. They're going to be wanting to strike back and give a bit more pressure.
Yeah, that's exactly it, mate, as the Wallabies get the ball out of their own 22 now, trying to relieve the pressure there. And apologies in advance if we don't get you the names of the players. It's been a bit of a long day today, but it's obviously good to have Game 2 of the Bledisloe here in Sydney, as the All Blacks now trying to look to make it count. Their first time getting the ball inside or outside of their own half of the field. Will the Wallabies take the quick line out? No, they'll slow the play down here, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to get the game too intense and too much early on. You don't want to blow your fuse too early. You want to try and set the tempo and control the pace of the game here as the Wallabies get the line out away, but it's turned over there. And the All Blacks with their first opportunity inside the 22. Wallabies looking to hold the pressure as they take the run from the ruck. But the ball's going back and the Wallabies just swarming to the ball there as the ref calls to release the ball there from the Wallabies, but the All Blacks still holding on to it. Got to watch out for the touchline there as the numbers are just stacked with gold jerseys on that side of the field, but the ref will call holding on the All Blacks. So a good opportunity wasted by the men in black there, and the Wallabies will look to get the pressure outside of their own end of the field. Cody, obviously one off the hook for the Aussies. What do they need to capitalise off the momentum that they've got now?
They just need to keep putting pressure on the All Blacks, maybe even try kick it down their side of the field, and then, just capitalise onto that.
Yeah, I think a territory game would work pretty well for the All Blacks, all things considered, when you look at the likes of the speed that they have on their team, especially through guys like Liam Rogers and Lightning McQueen, Billy King, Cody Ogg. A few big names there on the Wallabies side, but for the men in black, obviously you've got Timoteo James, Sonny Jr., Pete Veretto. So superstar talent on both sides of the field as the All Blacks look to try and make a run now. And good ball there, straight back to the middle, driven in the tackle there. And the Wallabies being called to release the ball here. Looks like we've got no movement in the ruck, but the Wallabies have turned it over. And the pressure is continuing to mount for the men in black as the Wallabies get another turnover in the ruck. And we spoke about that earlier from game one in Auckland, where the Wallabies were just too quick to get in there and just taking the ball away from the All Blacks. The All Blacks just need to keep their hands on the ball. As they've done so, they've turned it around yet again and they shifted out wide. So the All Blacks now with possession of the ball as they look to try and make something happen. They go short side from the ruck, taken there, and it's a turnover again. But the ball's gone back, and the black jersey is the first one to jump onto it, I think. But Wallabies still regathering possession as they look to boot it out now. All Black fullback goes for the kick, and that's a smart decision there. Just get the pressure out of your side of the field, and the All Blacks need to do that in order to keep this Wallabies attack at bay. Now the number 2 here about to take the lineup for the Wallabies. Another golden opportunity just outside of the 22 as they get the line out here, and they'll look to get the rolling maul. But they'll play the ball quickly, passes it back inside, and they go through the middle. He's got numbers on the edge. He's got numbers, and he gets stopped there in the tackle that needed to be made. Wallabies knocking on the door here. 14 metres out from the try line as they take a scoop from the ruck, dummies it. Big tackle there to stop him from crossing the line. Huge pressure by the All Blacks. And they flick it off inside now. He takes the tackle driven there. But the Wallabies still holding possession of the ball as they shift it right now. Back inside. Wide ball. And the Wallabies just 5 metres away. Can they get the first try of the game? And they're still on the ball here as they take it. Trying to shift it back out, but he runs backwards. A bit unorthodox on the play there. And now the All Blacks just doing enough to hold under the pressure. Now they've got possession of the ball. Deep inside their half, but they'll look to kick it out and get the pressure back outside of the end zone there by Sonny Jr. And Cody, that was a big set there for the Wallabies, but the All Blacks doing enough to hold on.
Yeah, it was actually great. It was actually great defense. They pushed hard. They just gave it everything, and there's proven now that they still want to win this game and they still want a chance in this series. They'll be looking to prove on that.
In the game, but still, the All Blacks just doing well to hold off against the pressure, and I think that's what they struggled with last week. But you have to play an 80-minute game against the Wallabies, and the All Blacks by no means are off the hook just yet as they look to get the line out set here. Oh, and the throw looking crooked there. I think that was not straight. Yes, and the ref has called a penalty for that one. So just not a good start for the All Blacks, giving away these easy opportunities for the Wallabies, and that'll be another penalty. Just over 15 gone here at Accor Stadium in Sydney. And thank you for tuning in for this game 2 of the Bledisloe series in the Simulation Rugby Union. Just the second game of the SRU. How good has it been so far as the All Blacks look to try and make something happen here from the scrum, shifting it out wide. Oh, and a big tackle has forced the ball out of his hands there. Oh, and the All Blacks, it's the same story, isn't it? Just getting possession of the ball, getting good opportunities to make something happen, but just letting the pressure get to them. And as you can see here, just not what you want to see, a knock on there that'll give the Wallabies a good chance, a good attacking set inside their half. And the Wallabies with a good push there as they look to try and shift it out, but they go back inside. And the ref calling the All Blacks to release there, and the Wallabies taking another run there, but it's turned over yet again. So both sides, lacking a bit of discipline here in terms of holding on to the ball. A lot of turnovers being committed in the rucks here, but the All Blacks, they've been the ones with most of the pressure on them as they've been struggling to get out of their own half of the field. And they're not looking to kick yet, although I think they will now. And they'll send a huge bomb down the middle of the field to the fullback of the Wallabies. And a good kick there. Good kick there. The All Blacks will take it and get it back outside. So a bit of a kicking duel going on here as the Wallabies now. Let's see what they'll do. Oh, and a nice show and go there, back inside with the offload. Wallabies still on the ball, but the black jerseys are starting to rush them up now. And a good kick there. Good kick from the Wallabies. Not sure who that was. I think that might have been Lightning McQueen who got that kick away. But nonetheless, Cody, the Aussies, they've just been looking pretty good so far. Haven't really looked like they've struggled for most of the game. How do you rate the Wallabies' performance so far?
Yeah, they've actually been going amazing. They could even score here. That's what they'll be wanting to do. You can see that All Blacks sometimes crumble once they've been put a lot of pressure on. But to be honest, I think All Blacks have a massive chance and could still win this game.
Yeah, that's right. Still early on here. Aussies with the 3-0 lead. And a big break through the middle there as the All Blacks look to try and get something going. Nice run there from New Zealand. And they'll shift it out towards the left, back inside. Very compressed, this Wallabies D, especially in the middle of the field. Wallabies All Blacks just struggling to get through their forwards. Oh, and there's another big tackle there by Australia. Huge hit. The Wallabies going back though, but the ref will call it back. Obviously, advantage not being played, so we will have a strong feed to the Wallabies. And the All Blacks again, just when they've looked like they've got something going for them, they just have not been able to stay cool and composed under the pressure. And as you can see, there are a lot of black jerseys rushing up on D, but obviously the damage was done here as the Wallabies will take the feed. A lot of pressure in that scrum there. The Wallabies looking to get a set play going perhaps as they shifted out to the middle, back inside. On the wing there, steps him. What a step that was. Beautiful step there by the Wallabies player as they're knocking on the door just over 30 metres away from the try line. They shifted short side, but he's driven there in the tackle. So the All Blacks will have to keep that desperation on defense, and they turn it over there, shift it out to the wing, almost a break there, but the Wallabies get to him. The All Blacks winger. Oh, and he nearly breaks through one, but he gets driven out of play there. And another opportunity gone begging for the All Blacks. So the Wallabies will now look to try and you'd think they'd have the opportunities here to be up by more, if we're being honest here, but the All Blacks have been doing enough just to hold themselves in the game so far, as we see the Wallabies take a run through the middle with their huge forward pack. A scoot from the maul there, from the ruck, as the All Blacks just looking to shift out a bit here on D. They don't want to stay too compressed and let the Wallabies get out towards the wings like they did last week. And as you can see here, they're shifting it out. They're trying to get the ball out wide, but the All Blacks just swarming there on D. Good pressure by the men in black here, as the Wallabies inside the All Blacks half of the field here, 40 metres away. Oh, and a knock on there, advantage being played. So both teams making a lot of mistakes in this game. As you see here, the All Blacks now trying to make something happen. But Cody, the mistakes from both teams, there's been a lot going on early. What do you think you put that down to?
To be totally honest, the first team that stops all these mistakes, I think that they will have a big chance of scoring next. Yeah, practically it.
As the All Blacks shifted out wide from the scrum, and they go towards the wing, and a good breakaway there from the All Blacks, and that's what you need to get yourself in this game here. Still chasing their first points of the game, the All Blacks, as they shifted out wide, trying to go back through the middle. Wallabies being told to release the ball here as they get it away now. The All Blacks, and it just goes knocking again. Another spilled possession from the Kiwis, as the Wallabies yet again just holding off that pressure. And I'll tell you what, at this rate, the All Blacks they need to start making it happen. Otherwise, the Wallabies will take control of this game and they'll be chasing it. A good take there from the All Blacks as they shift it out wide to the other side, the right-hand side, but stop there on a big tackle from the Wallabies. And they'll get it back now. Sonny Jr., I think it is, with the kick. Not a good kick, though. Straight down the middle to the Wallabies fullback. And now the Wallabies with prime real estate here inside the Kiwis half of the field, as they'll be driven down in the tackle there. Quick play the balls from the ruck here, as the Wallabies just straighten out their attack now. Good inside ball there. And the All Blacks not committing too many to the ruck. As you can see here, they're trying to hold their line on defense. And the Wallabies just continuing to build that slow pressure, just running it through the middle. Wear them down, chip away at them as they shift it out wide to the wing. And the Wallabies have scored the first try of the game to take an 8-0 lead here at Accor Stadium in Sydney. Liam Rogers, we spoke about him earlier, the man playing for the Waikato Chiefs, the Queensland boy. And he scores the first try of the game, Cody. What a beautiful play there from the Wallabies.
Yeah, it was great. They spread it out. They gave it to the wing, and then Liam Rogers backed himself and went for that corner. Really deserved try by the Wallabies.
Yeah, great try there from the Aussies. And they were building the pressure, and it just felt like it was going to be a matter of time before they eventually crossed over the line. As Lightning McQueen looks to take the sideline conversion. And Lightning McQueen will let you know whether or not that ball went over the line as we continue the first half here. Now the Wallabies now putting the pressure on, continuing that momentum from the try that they scored earlier through Rogers. And now just looking to slow the ball a bit here as they get a good kick away inside the 22 of the All Blacks. And the Kiwis looking to rush the ball back, but they'll put it down inside their own try line. And big mistake from the Wallabies. All Blacks let off the hook there. That was a simple catch that needed to be made, but just bounces off the big chest of the Wallabies, number 12 there, as we'll take a look at the replay. Good kick from the Wallabies, which forced the All Blacks to ground the ball. Gave them a good opportunity to get the ball back, but obviously the Wallabies just spilling it there as The Kiwis now with the scrum on halfway. And a good push there from the forward. They go short side now. Not much doing on that phase there as the All Blacks trying to get the numbers in the ruck. Looking very close to being a turnover, but the All Blacks just holding on to the ball there. Drop ball inside and another knock on for the men in black. Number 8 for New Zealand. They just all need to settle down a bit here. The All Blacks, they've been getting some opportunities in this game, but I don't know if it's the pressure or if it's just the Wallabies defense that's got them a bit shaken up here and rattled. As Lightning McQueen looks to feed the scrum now and a big push from the Aussie. And a good kick there from the Wallabies. Their kicking game has been on point today. And Cody, you think that the All Blacks will have to be the next ones to score a try in order to stay in this game?
Yeah, they will. And I still can't believe Walter White, the hooker at number 10, can kick that well. Lightning McQueen did have a good decision choosing him. Yeah, I do think the All Blacks can score next. And if they do, they'll definitely stay in this game and they could still win it.
Yeah, as you can see there, huge rolling maul there by the Wallabies inside the 5, and it's a wide open try through the middle. Take a bow. Great try there by the Aussies. 13-0 kick to come in front, and Billy King scoring his 3rd try of the Bledisloe series, his first one in today's game. And Cody, the Wallabies, just getting on the ball nice and early, and the pressure is starting to mount here. What a good try there by Billy King.
Yeah, it was a great spread. They're looking very dominant, the Wallabies. Let's see if the All Blacks can come back. I don't know if they could at this point, but yeah, let's see if they can.
Yes, as we see, New Zealand captain Timoteo James trying to rally his troops back together as the Wallabies get the kick from in front here. Lightning McQueen converting it to make that one a 7-point try there. So 15-0 to the Wallabies.
Looks like that could be half-time. Looks like that's the half-time score. But you never know. All Blacks could score something and make a comeback. Start building on some momentum. And yeah, give it everything.
Yeah, and I think the All Blacks will be looking to try and hold that pressure until half-time. They just need to regather themselves, obviously. The Wallabies are a team where you have to play your best footy in order to have a good crack at them. And the All Blacks coming away with a good opportunity here as they'll get the ball inside the Wallabies half of the field. Bit of a foreign land to them as they haven't been down this side too much. But the All Blacks now looking to make it count. They'll take a run from dummy, but he's driven back in the tackle. And the Wallabies putting the pressure in on the ruck, looking that's going to be a turnover. And they will get the ball outside of their own end of the field, back towards the All Blacks. And the All Blacks now trying to kick the ball and play the territory game. Probably something they should have been trying at the beginning of the game because the Wallabies have just been killing them in terms of possession. But as you can see here, the Wallabies now just trying to hold that pressure and get the ball outside of their 22. They don't want to let New Zealand score any points before halftime because that could do a lot for momentum on both sides of the ball. And a huge tackle there by the All Blacks. Wallabies yet to get the ball outside. They're not looking to kick it. They're trying to run their way out of danger. And it's a turnover here. And the All Blacks with the ball back inside. He gets the offload. And the All Blacks here, can they make it count? Another ball inside, then they're just going to play up the guts.
All Blacks
5 meters away here. Short side.
All Blacks are looking very dominant here. Maybe they could score before half-time and give them the edge they need to get back into this game.
And they'll be looking to do just that, still holding onto possession here. They can't squander this opportunity. They go inside, offload, through the middle, still getting the ball outside. And they'll be driven back there. Wallabies, good defense pressure there as they'll take a scoot again. And the All Blacks, they need to make something happen here. They don't want to force a penalty because they don't want to take the 3. They want the 5, if not the 7. But the ball gets popped out, and that's a knock on by the Kiwis. So The chance goes begging for New Zealand. Cody, what is up with this All Blacks attack? The Wallabies defense has just been too good for them.
Yeah, they have been amazing defence. I don't know. All Blacks, they'll be looking to maybe win this scrum and then give it a bit more after. Maybe even score off that. But they're not looking too dominant right now. They might want to give it a bit more. And then, yeah, they could win.
And All Blacks with the ball here. They've turned it over. And he's got numbers on the wing. He goes out right. He shifts it back inside. Oh, and the chance goes begging there. Probably should have passed that ball off earlier as they take the scoot now. And the All Blacks here just trying to offload the ball. But the Wallabies' pressure is just too much. And the Wallabies have done it yet again. Too quick for the ABs. They get the ball out of pressure, and that'll take us into half-time here at Accor Stadium in Sydney. Very even game in terms of possession. But the Wallabies, with the 15-0 lead against the All Blacks, as we see here, the Wallabies just been playing a better game than the All Blacks, and the All Blacks failing to capitalise their opportunities. So a huge second half coming up here in Sydney. The All Blacks will need to be the next ones to score if they want to give themselves a chance at getting back in this game, because the Wallabies have just got all the momentum on their side so far. But that won't stop the men in black, the men from Aotearoa, who come here with a nice possession inside the Wallabies side of the field. And Cody, what do you think the All Blacks need to do in the second half to try and get a better result than the first half?
They're going to have to be the first ones to score a try, and then after that kickoff, they're going to need to put so much pressure, and they're going to need to run as hard as they can and just get back in their end and give them another try.
And a huge one there from the All Blacks as they try and get closer to the try line, knocking on the door here, but just driven back there in the tackle as they go short side now. Through the middle, he steps one, he steps two, he goes backwards. He shifts it back out inside, and the All Blacks just looking a bit clueless, not knowing where to go here, but they'll eventually be taken down by the Wallabies. And I think if you're the All Blacks, they need to start getting their kicking game involved a bit more. Through Sonny Jr., the All Blacks have been trying to play a physical style of footy against the Wallabies, and it has not pulled off the best results, but that could be the one that turns the tide of the game. First try to the All Blacks, and New Zealand finally on the board in the second half through Aidan Lawrence, who makes his debut for the All Blacks here today. And what a great try that was from the men in black, as you see on the replay. And Cody, as you spoke about, they needed to be the first ones on the board to score, and they've gone ahead and done just that. Great try for the All Blacks.
Yeah, Aidan Lawrence is going to be proud of himself scoring on his debut for his home nation club. And now Sonny Jr. is going to want to make this. He doesn't want to miss this from in front, otherwise he'll get a lot of pressure on himself.
Yes, and it'll be an easy kick from in front of the sticks, and Sonny Jr. will get his first 2 points of the game. But a very important try that needed to be scored for the All Blacks. The pressure and the momentum was on the side of the Wallabies here. And the Kiwis, straight off the kick restart, getting a good chance to make something happen. And through the middle off the offload, they get a brilliant try there from Aidan Lawrence. And the All Blacks now with a bit of confidence and a stride in their step as they take the ball inside their 22. Scoot from dummy here as they'll try and make a bit more extra meters, give some space for the kick. But they're still holding on to the ball, and the Wallabies will get it back. So another opportunity there for the Wallabies, and they're knocking inside the red zone here. And they're playing advantage, ref saying that we're going to play it on here as the Wallabies now making another break, brought down in the tackle. And the All Blacks turn the ball over. Oh, no, they don't. Wallabies retain possession, and he takes a run there. Beautiful play from the men in gold here. They go back inside. Nice open space there. And Australia cross over the line for their second try of the game. Or third try of the game, I should say, through Mike Borsons. And Mike Borsons, what a try through the middle there. Australia just finding the gaps in the All Blacks defence, and they made them pay on this one, Cody.
Yeah, they did. They found the gaps. they attack the gaps, and then Mike Borson scores a lovely try under the sticks.
Yeah, beautiful try there from Mike Borson's. And Lightning McQueen will try and convert this one in front of the sticks. Beautiful crowd here at Accor Stadium. Near sellout. 73,000 here as McQueen gets the kick, and it is good. So the Wallabies taking a 22-7 lead here in Game 2 of the SRU Bledisloe series. Thank you for joining us as we are set to get you back on the way. And the All Blacks go with the short kick there, making it nice and cool. And a good kick there from Australia, as now New Zealand will look to shift it back outside, back inside, and just did not need to do that. Obviously, the winger was not ready for that ball. Didn't need to be played there, but the Wallabies, just another opportunity inside the All Blacks 22. They've got numbers to the right side, but they will go short to the flank, back inside through the middle. And you can see the Wallabies, they've got numbers on the wing here, but they're not using it. And the All Blacks still holding on inside their 22 here. Will they go short side now? No, they won't. Knock on from the Wallabies there. They had the numbers outside. They were screaming for the ball. But Australia just trying to play through the middle as they have most of this game. But this time it did not pay off for them as we take a look at the replay. Sonny Jr. with the tackle. And the Wallabies with the short ball there, but it was a huge tackle that ends up popping that ball loose and takes the foot off the necks of the All Blacks, who have just been under immense pressure from this Australian side throughout the whole game. And the Wallabies looking like they might have turned the ball over here in the scrum, but the All Blacks holding on to it as they shift it out wide now. Huge space there through the wing, and the All Blacks wing are taken down just short of the halfway line. So a big play there from New Zealand. And he's taken out of bounds, Sonny Jr. Sonny Jr. given a good chance there to try and lead the attack for the Kiwis, but just driven out of touch there. And Kiwis will be looking now to get the line out as they shift it to the middle of the field, back inside. And we've got a maul here, but the All Blacks will push them back, and the Wallabies will get the ball out. Back inside through the middle. And Cody, you'd think that if the Wallabies score this next try, that would have to be the game for the All Blacks.
Yeah, well, that will be the case, but that's not what the All Blacks want. I think they'll keep putting pressure on them, like we've seen now. And I think, the All Blacks will come back maybe and give it everything they've got. And they're not going to want to concede any more points, and they want to keep putting pressure on.
Yeah, and the All Blacks doing a good job there to withhold the pressure before, but the Wallabies with a huge push in the scrum, and now they'll look to try and make something happen here. As they go out wide, numbers, he steps one, he tries to get the pass away, but it ends up falling back there, losing a few meters on the play, but the Wallabies still with possession. Never mind, the All Blacks have come away with it now, and there was a knock on there, ref calls advantage. So the All Blacks now inside the Wallabies half of the field as they look to try and make something happen, but it's a turnover again. And the turnovers have been killing New Zealand, and it's been a prominent stat in this game. The turnovers and the knock-ons here. As All Blacks with the ball now, they've got numbers. They go to the short side, back inside. He steps one, but can't get past. And the All Blacks now with a good opportunity here, good chance to try and get points on the board as they look to run it through the middle now. Physical style of footy being shown here from the men in black as they continue to just take the run from dummy, straight from the ruck and in through the middle. And you can't be afraid to play a physical style of footy against this Wallabies team. You have to try and chip away at them as they go towards the right-hand side now. And the All Blacks looking a bit compressed here. They're not really shifting the ball out, but they're still maintaining possession here. Short side now, driven back in the tackle. And this Aussie defense has just been immense here tonight as the All Blacks now looking to try and shift it out wide perhaps. And another knock on there by New Zealand. And Timoteo James is just giving his lads a spray, obviously unhappy with how they've been handling the pressure and the momentum. But Cody, the All Blacks off the hook, the Wallabies off the hook again. All Blacks looking like they might have been able to get something going here.
Yeah, they do. Every time they do look like they're going to get something going and put pressure on, they just lose the ball. I think they need to just hold on to the ball, put more pressure on, and then they'll see themselves as a 7-pointer.
And the Wallabies here looking to try and, they're shifting around now. Could it be a set play here as they shift it out wide? Steps one, they go to the wing, and he's open there. Nothing but black jerseys to meet him, but he breaks one, gets ankle tapped, and almost gets driven over the sideline. The Wallabies now shifting it back inside. Huge tackle by the All Blacks there. And another one pops the ball loose. And that has just gone to show what a physical game it has been. Game 2 of the Bledisloe. The All Blacks fighting for their series hopes to keep them alive and force a Game 3. If the Wallabies can win here tonight in front of their home crowd, they'll be crowned the inaugural SRU Bledisloe champions. Cody, with that being said, what do you think the Wallabies have to do in order to achieve a win here tonight and bring the Bledisloe over back home to Australian soil?
I think they're going to be wanting to put pressure on. I don't think they'll be wanting to hold on. I think they'll be wanting to attack more than just holding on to the ball and doing nothing with it. They'll just be wanting to put more points onto the board and just give everyone a show that's watching tonight.
And what a kick it was, but just one bounce too much. Jeez, that was a good kick there from the Kiwis. But it has forced the Wallabies to play the dropout. So not a bad play, all things considered. But, the All Blacks, think we might have come back for a penalty. I'm not too sure here, but the All Blacks now with prime real estate inside the Wallabies 22. So let's see if they can make something happen here. They're playing for their Bledisloe hopes as they look to keep them alive. And just a quick kia ora and hello to everyone watching from New Zealand as the All Blacks now pushing in the ruck, in the maul, and they'll go short side, out towards the wing, back inside here. All Blacks trying to make it count. They've got a good chance here. They don't want to jeopardise. And they're looking to chance their arm here. Numbers towards the side, but they'll just run through the middle. Bit of a gap there. All Blacks inside the 5 metres, but the Wallabies get the turnover. Huge pressure alleviated off the shoulders of the men in gold. And they're looking to counter-attack now. The Wallabies, good play there. Getting the pressure outside of the red zone and now looking to try and force it in the direction of the All Blacks as he's bumped off there. Huge hit by the Wallabies forward who takes the run there, and they shift it out wide now. And the ref says he's still inside the field of play. What a huge play that was. Looking like the All Blacks might have gotten him over the line, but the ref says otherwise. And the Wallabies still with hands on the ball here. Now just outside their 22, not looking to kick the ball out. They want to hold on to this ball and play possession against the All Blacks. And they go short side, back inside now, trying to straighten it out. And another knock on there from the Wallabies. Huge chance here for the All Blacks as they take a scoot from the ruck here. And ref still holding advantage for the AB. So they go short side, back inside now. And the ref calls knock on by the Wallabies, so he'll bring it back for the scrum feed. And Cody, another prime opportunity for the All Blacks here, but they can't keep squandering these opportunities.
Yeah, they can't. They were going to be wanting to capitalise on this and put some points on the board. If they do, they might just have themselves back in the game before they know it.
As we see them take the scrum here, huge pressure, with a good push there. They'll shift it out wide now to the left-hand side. He steps. It's taken by the Wallabies defender. And if you pay attention to the lines here, you'll notice that the Wallabies are much more spread than the All Blacks.
Oh,
The All Blacks playing a very compressed style here, but they shift it out wide and try and go back through the middle. And now the All Blacks a bit slow on possession here, but now they're trying to crack this Australian defense, which they haven't been able to do too many times here today. And All Blacks still holding possession of the ball here. And he breaks one. He gets the fend in there, a few extra meters on the contact. And they shift it short side. So the All Blacks just outside of the 5 meters away from the try line. They look to shift it back inside here, but he's driven back in the tackle. Takes the scoot. He puts in the grubber. It's wide open. There's no one there. And it's a try for the All Blacks. Is it no? He's taken out of touch. He's taken out of touch. Oh, no. It goes begging. It was a gimme. It was a sitter. The try was there. But he just does not put it down. And the Wallabies defender able to take him out of play. What a huge play it was there from the Wallabies coach.
yeah, it was. All Blacks, all they needed to do was put the ball down, but then the Wallabies just lifted him up and bring him out. They've well needed that, and I think they'll keep that. That'll keep the All Blacks begging.
Yeah, and that is just an opportunity gone begging. That was a certain 5-pointer. All he had to do was put the ball down. But maybe he just didn't realise that he had a defender breathing over his shoulder. As the All Blacks, they needed that one to keep them in the game here. They've still got plenty of time left, plenty of rugby to be played. But, they're not going to do themselves any favour with plays like that there as the Wallabies now with possession of the ball. And that will be a huge talking point after this game, that blown try there from the All Blacks. But they can't let that hold them down. They can't let that get to them. They still need to play this game. And if they can just keep doing what they did before, they could find themselves in another try-scoring opportunity. But they won't do themselves any favours with plays like that as we see the penalty being given away. And I think the lack of discipline is starting to kick in here as fatigue and frustration becomes a factor in this game. 22-3 here at Sydney.
Wallabies attacking.
22-7 here in Sydney, Core Stadium. And the Wallabies now on the ball here, but turnover in the maul, and they'll turn it over here. They shift it out to the right-hand side. And another opportunity goes begging, and the frustration starting to show as the All Blacks. Another good opportunity inside their 22, but it just goes begging.
Yeah. All Blacks are going to want to win this scrum if they have any chance in it, and they have. Now they're going to want to capitalise. Now they're going to want to capitalise.
Inside, and now he's brought down inside the 22 here. So the All Blacks with numbers on the left-hand side, but they couldn't get their hands on the ball, and they let the turnovers get them again. Very frustrating game if you're an All Blacks fan. And I must say it's probably quite the contrary if you're an Aussie supporter, but I'll tell you what, you have to give a lot of credit and respect where it's due to the Wallabies. They've been playing an outstanding game here tonight. Few mistakes on both sides of the field, but they've just been looking overall the better team. And the All Blacks now with a chance just outside the 22, but they turn it over here. And not good signs for the All Blacks. I think it's all finally starting to catch up to them, the pressure, as well as the momentum being on the side of the Aussies here as this Accor Stadium crowd gets loud. Break there on the wing with a huge kick to follow it up. And the All Blacks will look to kick it outside of their own half of the field. A bit of a kicking duel going on, but not a good kick there from the Wallabies as it'll be a bit short of the halfway line. So we'll come back for the line out. And the All Blacks retain possession on the line out here as they'll shift it, but they'll go through the middle. Offload there, but taken in the tackle. And the All Blacks still looking compressed there, just playing up the middle. As you can see, the Wallabies defense starting to spread out a bit. And they get the turnover again. So the All Blacks just succumbing to the pressure, but they'll turn it over. And now they've got a chance here. Open man on the side. He steps one, and he's driven out on the tackle again. The All Blacks number 14. Great pressure from the Wallabies, and they are just not letting anything get through them as they look to try and get the pressure out of their 22 with the line out. But the All Blacks have the turnover. They go wide now. They go left. They shift it out towards the wing. He's got one. He dummies him, and it's a try for the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Second try on the game to the All Blacks. And they needed that one as New Zealand skipper Timoteo James shifts it out wide and is on the receiving end of a brilliant ball there from his All Blacks teammate. And what a beautiful try that was, Cody. Huge one for the All Blacks.
Yeah, it was. They needed that. Captain's lifting up his team now. They're going to be wanting to score a couple if they can stay into this game. I don't think it's over yet. And now Sonny from the corner to capitalise and get it to 14 points and a 7-point try.
The crowd is quiet as Sonny Jr. with a beautiful kick that will add the extra 2 here. So the Wallabies now with an 8-point lead. But the All Blacks slowly finding their way back into the game. They don't have much time left. But that is what they needed, and a brilliant try from New Zealand skipper Tim James, who's looking to ignite that spark in his team as the Kiwi contingent in this crowd are getting rowdy here. Huge play there. Nice break with a kick there to keep the pressure inside the Wallabies half of the field. And he's nearly taken in the tackle there, but he'll put the ball down. So it'll be a touch in goal and a 22 dropout from the Aussies. And the All Blacks now looking looking like momentum's on their side as they take the kick there and reclaim it to shift it back through the middle. And huge offload, huge bump off, and the All Blacks are bringing the pressure now. The Wallabies, can they hold them again like they've done all game? The All Blacks are starting to build that pressure on this phase here as they go back inside through the offload. Support player there to take the ball, but driven back in the tackle. And another turnover. Another turnover for the All Blacks. And just another opportunity goes begging. And mistake there by the Wallabies. He just got his hand there on the ball and he went over the touchline. As we enter the final periods of this Game 2, Bledisloe here in Sydney. And turnover on the line out. And the Wallabies now with a great opportunity. Big dummy there. Sells the play through the middle, inside the 22. And they take it from the short side, from the ruck, back inside here, driven in the tackle. And a scoop from dummy half. He gets past one, back inside, knock on. Advantage being called here. And it's a knock on from the Wallabies, so the ref will bring it back. Scrum feed to the All Blacks. As we take a look on the replay here. Wallabies inside the All Blacks 22, and the Aussies trying to make the pressure count there, but good defensive pressure from New Zealand, and they'll have the scrum feed here. As they look to push the ball there, All Blacks getting it out. They shift it out back to the inside. So not too much left to be played here. The All Blacks need to do something. They need to try and just swing the ball out a bit as they do through the right-hand side, back inside, through the middle. He's got all the space. He's going all the way. 22. He will score the try. It is a try to the All Blacks. And the men in black are back in the game. What a beautiful try there, making something happen from absolutely nothing. Raika Manu take a bow. What a try for Raika Manu, as you see here. Breaks wide on the wing, gets the offload inside, all the space in the world, and he just runs it over for what is a clutch try, a much-needed try for the All Blacks, Cody.
Yeah, he brought it back. What did he run from? 22? He ran the field, gassed everybody, and scored that needed try that the All Blacks needed to get back into this game.
And a huge kick coming up from Sonny Jr. The Aussies getting behind him with the boos, and he'll miss the kick there. Oh, no, absolutely vital kick there that could have put them in a position to perhaps win the game with another penalty goal or another try, in fact. But the All Blacks within 3 points now and looking a lot better than they have for most of this game, I'll tell you what. As we get the ball back underway now, and the All Blacks inside pass here, huge tackle, and that'll be advantage to the Wallabies. And not what you want if you're the All Blacks. As the Wallabies now look to center the pressure through the middle. And the All Blacks slow to get numbers into the ruck as the Aussies now shifting it out wide. They go to the wing. They've got a 2-on-1 there, but he's driven back in the tackle, but the ref will call it back. So it'll be a scrum to Australia. Ref playing the advantage there as they'll get the scrum feed now. So if you're the All Blacks, you can't afford to let anything else in here. You need to try and turn that ball over as the Wallabies now straight out from the scrum, shifted out wide on the right-hand side, and the Wallabies still going, but he's brought down now. And the All Blacks have turned it over. They got numbers out on the wing. They got numbers to the side. He steps one, but he can't get past the defender. And the All Blacks, can they make something happen? Can it be a miracle comeback here in Sydney? Can they keep their Bledisloe hopes, dreams, and cup ambitions alive here? So much at stake, so much pressure. Tim James trying to lead his team to a maiden victory in the Bledisloe. Lightning McQueen trying to clinch the Bledisloe here at home on Australian soil as the All Blacks shifted out wide now. And they get a break on the right-hand side. He's still going. He steps one. He's running all the way. It'll be a try to the All Blacks. And the All Blacks win it on full time. What a win. What a game. What a try from the skipper, Tim Mateo James. Oh my goodness, Cody. We have seen it all. A heartbreaker for the Aussies, but what a game, what a miracle for the Kiwis that they will remember for years to come. What a beautiful try there.
Yeah, my jaws just dropped. I didn't think that was going to happen. To be totally honest, I thought it was gone with the last 2 minutes, even with the All Blacks' momentum with 2 tries in a row. But they've proved everybody wrong here. They've surprised the whole SIU. The Wallabies are going to have their heads dropped, and the All Blacks are going to have their heads high.
Well, what a game it has been. The streets of Aotearoa are going crazy across the ditch as the All Blacks produce one of the best miracle comebacks that you will see in a Bledisloe game. Tim James take a bow, 2 tries, including the match-sealing one right at the end to break the hearts of the green and gold, but it was a valiant effort from the Aussies. And Cody, the Wallabies have to be proud of themselves, maybe a bit heartbroken that they let it go away right at the end. but you just could not deny what was coming, especially in the last 10 minutes. The All Blacks putting on the pressure and eventually coming away with a remarkable victory tonight.
Yeah, they will be happy, actually. Well, at least I think. They might not be, but they should be happy. They should be proud. All they need to really focus on is maybe their fitness, keeping it up, maybe keeping it for the whole game. But otherwise, they had a splendid performance. Congratulations to the All Blacks. Well-deserved win.
Yes, congratulations to the men in black, and that will set up a Game 3 decider of the Bledisloe series, which will be played over in Japan, a neutral venue. So how good is it going to be? How good is your SRU rugby? 24-22, the All Blacks beating the Wallabies here in Sydney. And what a game it has been. Cody, did you want to bring us through the try scorers and the point scorers and some of the other stats as well?
Yes, I could. It's a great try by King, Rogers, Borsons. They were openers. They kept them going. And then the All Blacks with the last 3 tries, they were just amazing. Manu bringing up the pressure. He's only just brought into this game, the second one. And yeah, he gave it everything he wanted. Yeah, same conversions. 1 penalty goal to the Wallabies.
And what a game it was as we take a look around the stands and the Kiwi supporters in full voice here. And we can't wait to see you next game in Japan. Join us for some massive SRU Bledisloe action. Game 3, the decider, Australia and New Zealand. As we see you next time on your home of Simulation Rugby Union, SRU TV, Sonny Jr. and Cody Ogg in the box. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.